What's happening? How we doing? What it is? Welcome back to the Millennial Masterclass podcast. And y'all, this is episode 20. Do you hear me? 2 fucking 0. What y'all ain't know? What y'all ain't know?
Shout out to us for being
Talk about
consistent.
Exactly. Consistency, kids. It's important. But before we get into any of that, let's look at, like, my name is Tris. That's the first thing. I'm in Harlem. That's important. But I need, before we even introduce these beautiful ladies that are my co-hosts, we gotta tell everybody what this episode is about. Like, do y'all know what this episode's about, right?
We do.
Right. And see, I'm not seeing enough devilish grins about it either. This episode today, it ain't about Valentine's Day. It ain't about that. That's the fuck I'm talking about. It ain't about Valentine's Day. It's about the day before, that dirty old day before, the 13th of February. Mistress's Day, as some call it some places, but this is Sidepiece Appreciation Day, and we in the house because you know what, hoes need love too. They do. They just do. But now we are going to throw it down to Houston, or rather to the 254, and see what's goody. What's happening?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Les. Yes, repping 254 all day, every day, but especially since I'm in Houston in I think like a month of Sundays now. Been kind of chilling out, laying low key, because my travel's about to start picking back up. So yep, been in Temple. Sean, what you been going? What's been going on with you?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sean the Don. Finally back and comfortably in my home in Maryland. Back and forth from Pennsylvania like once every week. Like, it's been crazy, but happy to be back home.
Okay.
I feel that. That's what's up. So what did y'all do this weekend? What happened this weekend? What y'all do? What y'all get into?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Nah, my life been low key kind of boring lately. But
aren't you from like Football Central, nigga? Like, what do you mean? Like, you did absolutely nothing?
I'm the oddball in my family. I don't care about football or many sports for that matter. But I, go sports whenever the big game happens. I'll pay attention, for the most part. But no, this weekend was a good mixture of relaxation and productivity, which is what I needed. So I got a lot of things done. I was also able to
say that one more time. That sounded sexy for people that need to hear it. Relaxation and productivity.
So it was cool. Like I said, I'm just trying to be as productive as I can because things are about to start picking up for me and it's going to get busy. So I'm trying to be proactive and work ahead. So
I feel that. That's beautiful. Yeah. Did you at least watch the Super Bowl? Did you put your eyes on it at all?
So I watched the pre-show, the first 2 quarters, the halftime, and after that, I turned it off and
all right. That's
a lot.
Get to that. We'll get to that later.
I gave a concerted effort.
Gave a whole 45 minutes of television. She was like, "I'll give you 45 minutes of my time."
Then that's all they needed. I knew LA was gonna win. I
mean, for a minute there, it wasn't looking that way. I'm just gonna put that out there, but we'll get to that. We will get to that.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I was in the DMV area for all of 36 hours. It was a turn and burn. It was a whole turn and burn.
Did everybody know you were in the DMV?
The people that told me to be there knew. I assumed everybody knew, but apparently not. But it is what it is.
See, I live in Maryland. I didn't run up on you on the street. That's so crazy.
I mean, I was in DC proper though. I didn't really get to Maryland a whole bunch.
My house is 20 minutes from the DC border.
Right, but I didn't drive. I mean, I didn't drive down.
Y'all got a car.
I took mass transit down.
I do have a car.
You do? Oh my God, it's a lovely car too. I've been inside. Wonderful. Look, the onus is not on me. The onus should be on the motherfucker's birthdays who it was. That's who the onus is on.
No, the onus is not on the person who should come to see their co-host while they were in.
Nigga, I had 36 hours. I could not get out there. What the fuck?
You could have told me to meet you somewhere. You could have told me you was in town. I had to. That's crazy.
First off, there was a whole. We're not gonna go where I need to go with this, but there wasn't a whole other person that could have given you all this information. And why are you not blaming them?
Nobody that had to do with you.
Wow, is that what we're doing? This is what we're doing.
This is between you and I.
It is between
the audience.
Right, you did not. Right now, it's between everybody else.
I guess
did not invite or tell me.
The onus. You focusing on the wrong shit here. You are focusing on the wrong shit. I'm gonna tell you.
That her birthday person didn't have nothing to do with me. They didn't have to invite me to their birthday.
What the fuck? How am I supposed to? What?
And you should have said, "Yo, Sean, I'm about to stop by your house," or "Yo, Sean, can't see you, but I'm in."
There was no way for me to get to your house in the time that we had. There was no possible way to get down there.
You gonna be on Instagram?
On Instagram? Did I make a post?
You did.
To your story. That's how I saw it.
You was here. That's how I know you was here.
And I saw everybody in your story. I'm like, wait a minute, where is Sean? Sean texted me. Sean not there. So I was like,
look, I wasn't even trying to go out to go salsa dancing. I was not trying to go. Were you trying to salsa? Was you going salsa?
No. I was trying to sing. That was great.
No, let me tell you exactly what occurred. I was not trying to go out. I was trying to get a little nappy in. They were not going to allow it. Like maybe 6 or 7 Jello shots later, I was out salsaing, and then I salsa'd, and then we watched the game the next day. And then there was a thing before, but that was for a birthday. Like that was, you need to talk to the person's birthday who it was.
Or maybe like, the person that I called that didn't answer my phone call because I called.
Nigga, what the? I was not in a state or in a position to answer the phone call.
Sounds like you had a great weekend.
It was okay. It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Happy birthday to that person.
I'm very happy.
I really hope they hear the show and see the predicament they put me in. I just really
we can give her a shout out, but honestly, it's not even about her birthday. That's not the issue. It has nothing to do with her birthday. But shout out to my happy birthday, boo. We love you. It has nothing to do with you. It's
wow. Why is all the onus should not be on me right now? It really should not be. It just should not.
I just want you to take accountability of not hitting her up or responding to her call.
That's cool, because when I come to New York and I don't say nothing, just don't be surprised. Because I'm be like, damn.
How long are you gonna be there for? You gonna be for 36 hours?
Don't matter.
If you're gonna be there for 36 hours, I understand that. That's real.
I want to let you know.
Twin, to be fair, when you was in Houston for a short time, you made sure to meet up with me. So I don't think it's fair to say 36 hours. I feel like it's a strong, like 3 of y'all. I won't call out names, but who could have hit Sean up that were in the video? Like y'all are like, this was Sean, and neither one.
No, they're not. They're obviously like that. Not like this.
This is what we doing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why are we focusing on this is Black History Month. This is what they want. They want to tear us apart. Don't buy in. Don't buy into that, okay?
We need to be together.
Need to come together. You know what? Well, like other than us having this, we'll give an extended edition to this argument later for the people to hear if they want to hear it. But it's time to move on.
I didn't think I was that mad until I started talking.
Right, of course, right. Even though there's one person in particular who you should for real want to bite their head off, but that's fine. We're not even gonna go there right now. But either way, we're gonna move on. It's time to move on to the next segment. It is time to go on to the segment where people get informed about what's going on in these streets and see who these people, because a lot of people belong to the streets, so it's good to be informed about them. So it's time for the bulletin board. Talk about it.
All right. Since we are like doing,
we got spicy already, so we got some spicy shit, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I do always come with a little spice. Sidepiece Appreciation Day. So of course we have to give it up to the ultimate Sidepiece who worked her way up because she's reached the pinnacle of how far up she can go in society, right?
Every other city we go, every other radio, no matter where I go, I see the same who. Okay, that's enough.
That's what you're gonna be singing that throughout. I know that's gonna be the music you select for transition in here. So I'm just already preparing myself for it. So who I'm speaking about is Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. So I call her the ultimate side piece because, as we know, her and Prince Charles had a thing before Diana, during Diana, and clearly after Diana because they've been married since like 2004. But what I'm speaking of is that we know the Queen is about 95 years old. So, she's
only 95?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I thought she was older than that. I thought she was like 103. She's been around forever. Did you? Okay, well, it's just me. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you probably are not alone in that thought. But anyway, so she's, getting ready to, declare Prince Charles, king. And so because of that, then Camilla, who, like I said, they've been married since I believe it was 2004. She will be declared the Queen Consort.
That just sound incorrect. Doesn't that just sound wrong?
Hi, Chicky.
The Queen Consort. Oh, you bring your consort around? Like what?
I don't know. It's so crazy to me because it's like this shows that sometimes side chicks do win. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just
wait.
You just gotta wait patiently for your moment to come.
You only had to wait 35 damn years. Is that what it is? Because how long has it been? How long have they been dating?
Out and shit.
They started dating like back in what was it, the 70s, I believe it was. Before
So she only
Diana
had to wait 50 years to get to this point.
a long time, because Camilla got married, and then Charles later married Diana, but of course they started messing around again while he was married, which is why they ended up getting divorced. And then they got married in 2005. I said 2004, but it's 2005. I'm it's whatever. It really don't concern me.
Y'all were mad at Jamie and Angie on Power. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, basically. I'm team Diane all day, every day. So I just feel like whatever. But I guess people evolve, but they like it. I love it.
I mean, let the queen consort do her thing, man. Thou does consort too much, man. I love it.
She clearly been doing her thing for years, so go you. So moving right along to the next story that I have. I know everybody saw the video. It went totally viral. I'm talking about the I don't even want to call it a fight. I don't know what it was.
It was an altercation.
The altercation, the brawl, the stumble, whatever, between DaBaby and Dani Leigh's brother, Brandon Bills. They were all at this LA bowling alley. Apparently they said it was London on the Track's birthday or party or something like that. But anyway.
We got London on the track. I had to do it one time. I'm sorry. It felt right.
His mess. But anyway, I saw a few different videos from a few different angles. And basically from what I saw.
Damn, they got that many angles?
Yes.
Normally it's only just one. Wait a minute. How many videos have you seen?
I do this, so I investigate.
Excuse us. Forgive me. Sorry.
I got to bring the people the facts, right? So,
Lord.
Basically, Brandon was standing there, and DaBaby comes out of a crowd and just like punches him, right? Ends up.
Wait a minute. Also, DaBaby connected first, so he ran up and started it.
Yes, correct. So then, at that point, him and about 4 to 5 other people, including this female, I don't know where she came from and why she was trying to get a lick in. It was so random. But they all just kind of fall into the lane. And as we know, the bowling alley lanes are super slick. None of them had on bowling shoes, just regular, clothes.
So they weren't even bowling. What were they there for?
Again, it was crowded, some kind of party. People were just standing around. Nobody was really bowling. But they all just started like swinging. They apparently was pulling Brandon's hair because he had like these braids or whatever. So they're pulling his hair back. Too. They were slogging him, and it was just him. So DaBaby had his whole entourage, and he was just on his own. So DaBaby is claiming self-defense. He says that because of what Brandon said a few months ago after the whole incident with DaBaby and Dani Leigh, how Brandon got on IG and was like, you disrespected my sister. It's on site when I see you. DaBaby saying, therefore, you made an active threat.
That's not how that works, bro. That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
Active threat.
So we have to jump you?
Not by law, but like...
Right.
Like hood rules dictate, yes.
You say when you see me, it's on site. That means as soon as you see me, you're going to attack me. That's what that means. So when I see you, I might have to hit you first because you already said you were going to hit me.
I mean, hood rules dictate what you just said. I co-sign on what you said. I have no issue with that. Fine. It just seems to me the legality of this is going to be in question. And I just feel like Brandon might be able to cop a bag after this, personally.
Yeah. Which white women's ears, he's definitely in the bag.
Yeah, law enforcement is investigating, and they have, like I said, plenty of different videos of different angles, so they can see that DaBaby clearly came out the crowd and struck him first, and then all his people started going in on him, and he was by himself. So I think it will end up in Brandon's favor, but I would
be if crying is what was going to give me I would be crying. I would have been in the hospital crying. I'd have been on Instagram crying. I'd be like Tyrese. I'd be like, he just hurt me emotionally, and I need $6 million. I just need $6 million.
I need $6 million.
Because half are gonna go to taxes, so 3 is cool.
Well,
yeah.
But my thing is, why did the richest person of the crew hit somebody?
That's what I'm saying.
PR ain't say nothing but PR.
But DaBaby is reckless like this. He shot that person in Walmart out of what he
wait. That one's different. That was self-defense. They actually were trying to attack him, and he shot that person.
Right, which is fine.
I don't know if that's really reckless. That's kill or be killed. I mean, in that case.
Fair. And what I'm saying is, like, he always seems to be in these altercations where he doesn't walk away. I remember a couple of years ago there was an incident at this hotel, and I believe it was like the employee was following and recording him with his daughter. He got mad, he assaulted him. Like, he is he takes care
he's
of
a
his own
hothead. Yeah,
business.
he's a hothead.
Yes, he doesn't wait for his security guard and nothing like that. So I think this really does need to be a lesson to him that he needs to just like chill out.
You know what he needs? See, this is
What?
what Kanye needs. It's a wait, nigga, wait, man. You know what that is? Like somebody's like, wait, nigga, wait, don't do that. Just wait 1 second.
Kanye ain't got that. You saying
he
Kanye
doesn't.
needs that?
He does. He doesn't have that. That's what I'm saying. DaBaby could invest in that now, probably save him some heartache. Just wait, nigga, wait, just wait 1 second. We'll just wait. Let's talk about this. Give me 2 minutes of your time. If you still want to make the decision, go for it. Give me 2 minutes of your time.
But let me move on to the next story because clearly Kanye just anyway. So I know y'all seen this video because this went around about a week ago. That whole salacious sipping paint. Did y'all see the video?
You know what's funny about that? Like, tell everybody what it is, and then I'm gonna give people a little background on it because this already exists. This shit's existed for years, so it's hilarious that people are just now catching on.
All right, so y'all know how sipping paints go. Pretty much, the instructor has like a picture that's already completed, and they have you model it. They might break it down, piece by piece. Well, apparently at this sipping paint, it had like 2 live male models that the women were painting. I guess after it concluded, they had like a little striptease that they did. And so it's a quick little, like, it's literally like 2 seconds of a video. And it's like blurry. You can't see the woman or anything like that, but it's clearly like everyone's still in their seats. Friends are still around her. And you can see she's like literally like at this angle performing the act on the gentleman. And he's just
a fallacious public act.
There you go. And, my mom may listen to this eventually. And he's completely naked, standing there, enjoying that act. So of course it went viral. People were like, who are her friends? They don't care about her to let her do this. I don't care how drunk I ever get. I'm never doing that in public. So, people had their 2 and 3 cents to add to it.
People need to live more. They need to get out more, apparently. No, okay. So the reason that this is like not shocking to me at all is because for those who may from time to time see pornographic material, there's this thing called Dancing Bear. Now, Dancing Bear, what happens is it's a bunch of ladies. Let me explain. Right. Most times they're in Vegas, like cities like that. And there's a bunch of ladies, more like 20, 30 ladies, right? And there's a dude comes out with a bear head costume, right? He starts dancing. He's a stripper. Then he gets completely naked. And then undoubtedly, one of the ladies ends up sucking him off. Generally 3 or 4 of them do. And then he ends up fucking one in front of like everybody. And it's like a whole thing. So like this has been going on for years. They've had Dancing Bear for since 2006. So like these are movies, these are pornographic films. Now, as it's going along later, you'll spot like different porn stars like in the crowd, like other like porn star ladies. So they have like plants, but when it first started, it wasn't plants. It was just like random women they would get. So now a lot of these women end up working in the adult industry. So this is like kind of like a thing so they kind of took that and then put it with paint and sip. And it's just that most times it's not a bunch of Black people at these events. That's the thing.
Right.
Like a lot of the strippers are Black sometimes. You may get a Black woman or 2 in the crowd, but like that room was just full of Black folks. That's why it was so crazy. That's why I was like, oh my God, I can't even believe.
Like, we don't do this.
She sucked a dick in public. I can't even believe.
Kristen, you be watching white porn?
I am an all opportunity I watch it all.
Ew, oh my gosh.
You don't watch Arabic porn? You don't like to hear Pashto and stuff? It's not important. Look.
What?
I have no comment on that.
We are trying to get canceled.
No comment on that. I think that's a great time in this story.
All I'm saying is that it's not all that shocking. Now it's a little wild. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if you just look over, you were painting, drinking some wine, and now you see somebody sucking a dick. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's gonna throw you off a little bit. That could ruin your day if you weren't prepared for such craziness. But I don't know the rules of this place. I don't know if it's a free love type of spot or this is low-key a sex club. People didn't ask the right questions when they saw the video. That was what was for me.
That's the right question.
Yeah, because is it a sex club? Is it a paint and sip sex club? Because that would be different.
Okay.
I'm just saying those actions would be warranted. Would they not be?
Okay. I feel like we're gonna sit this one right
That's
here.
That's fine. We can go past it, but I'm just saying people gotta ask the right questions. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Look up Dancing Bear, y'all. They probably get all the hits now, but look it up. You'll see what I'm saying.
Everybody don't watch that. Just tripping. Throwing it out there. I'm sorry, you Dancing Bear. I don't know. Weird.
Well, speaking of Dancing Bears, I know Sean's seen them because we were messaging each other, but quite a few little videos leaked last week that like
those are bears. Okay, wow.
Talking about.
All right, that was your segue. That was your segue into this. That was your segue. She said, speaking of bears, quite a few bears were dancing naked. What, nigga? What?
I tried. So Sean, care to comment on what we saw last week?
Oh, Sean, our expert. Is she our eyewitness of these videos?
I've done a deep dive into little dicks of celebrities.
Oh, so what have you learned? Share with the group.
Naming them smallest to largest. I would go.
Oh my God, is this what we're doing?
Little Fizz.
Mushroom Fizz, more like it. That thing wait, I can't just say I am. Wait, can I say I'm so disappointed in April for going for Omari, who bless the unproblematic king.
Mushroom Fizz. You don't know what's going on Marion's pants either. What are you talking
I do. I've seen the picture.
We actually do. We seen it.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that existed, but I'm okay. I'll take your word for it. All right.
He has been blessed by being unproblematic. The Lord has blessed him in many ways.
Okay.
I think unbothered is his tagline.
Clearly,
he doesn't have a reason to be bothered.
Be bothering the cervix.
Wonderful.
Dying. But no, they were very interesting, and I wonder why so many were getting leaked in 1 week. Like it just
I'm telling you,
it was weird.
Ain't no such thing as leaking. Like I can't stand when people say I was leaked, because honestly, like a lot of times what they think they're doing is uploading to their close friends, which y'all know how I feel about close friends. I don't believe in it. If I upload something, I upload it so everybody can see it. I upload it with my whole chest, because there's screenshots and there's screen recording. So I would never upload something that I wouldn't care if everybody saw. That's why I don't do close friends. It's just free for everybody, whatever. But yeah,
I love close friends. For the record, if anybody want to add me in there, I love seeing that green bubble at Sean the Don. I love that green bubble.
Y'all can add me.
I mean, I love close friends. I put close friends stuff up there, but generally that's about announcements. It's generally for announcements. Like if I do a close friends thing, it's like I want y'all to know about this information, not like I want y'all to see my naked rear end on Instagram.
Right. I don't get that though. I don't get why that's a thing. Like when people upload their news to close friends. Like I don't know when that started, but like I said,
because if you know everybody on the gram and you know they all gonna see it today, like that's maybe an easier way sometimes than sending a mass text.
I guess, but yeah, like I said, you can add me to your close friends. That's cool. I just don't personally have a close friends because
I like that green circle shit. I like that. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
y'all are in my close friends. I never post anything, but I'm just saying y'all are in it.
Right, because I don't know what I would post. I would just want a few people.
I made the cut.
I knew you was gonna say that, and I was just that was like an olive branch just to see what you were gonna do with it, and you spat right in my face.
And I broke it. I'm talking about chop that bitch in half. Broke the branch.
You know what? You know what I need is a napkin to wipe off the spit because you spat right in my face. Okay, just so we know, just so you know.
You want the same napkin I use and you spat in mine?
Nigga, okay, this is what we doing.
Y'all gonna have to share custody and me in the divorce.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. What's going on right now? What? Why are we at legal proceedings right now? What is going on?
This is where we're going, guys. Clearly.
Oh my Lord. Do we have anything else?
In the Masterclass podcast, we're not.
Do we have anything else on the bulletin board, Bev? Is there anything else?
That was enough. That was honestly too much. There's a lot going on, but y'all know me. I'm gonna keep my ears to the streets and report back next week.
Guys, so today we have a very special episode today in honor of it being episode 20 and around the Valentine's Day time. As we said, we're not focused on Galentine's or Valentine's. We're focused on the day before, that dirty old February 13th, the day where you got to buy 2 gifts because you get your lady a gift on February 14th. But the day before, that's when you get your side piece of gift. And ladies get their side fellas gifts on the other day too. That's the day of the side piece. And today we're going to shout out, we're going to give some love to the Heaux, because Heaux need love too. That's why they make Heaux cakes, because Heaux got to eat too. Same thing.
Do they? What is this?
Eat or do they make Heaux cakes?
That's an old joke. Let that be. Just let it be.
Oh, I'm about to say, I ain't never
let
seen
that
us.
be.
I was thinking like a king cake from NOLA. Like I didn't know that was a whole thing.
Yeah, Heaux cake. Heaux got to eat too. That's actually John Witherspoon. That's from Hollywood Shuffle. Yeah. But we're gonna start off and we're gonna share some stories. So actually, this is low key our mailbag episode because we haven't really had one for real. Yeah. So So yeah, so this is our mailbag episode for episode 20. And so we have our stories here. Who would like to go first? I think we should start over in the DMV with the first story.
All right.
Because Sean says she has the rawest stories. So we're gonna let her start first.
All right, I'm gonna start with a funnier story about how a nigga found out he was a side job.
And so who is this person? Are they gonna remain anonymous or do they have a name?
He is anonymous. Let's
Okay.
call him Trey.
Can we get their ages and the location of where this took place?
This took place in a city. They were 20 in mid to late 20s, right?
Okay, so this happened a few years ago, or
yeah, a few years ago.
Okay.
A buddy of mine was telling me a story about how he was dating this girl. They've been going out for like a few months, hanging out.
So are they talking or dating at this point? Where are they?
Talking.
Okay.
He don't really know.
That's important. This is important.
But I hate this generation with the talking. They were dating, they were exclusive, they were in a relationship. It's like too doggone steps.
So levels. It's like we're dating and then we in a relationship, and that's just it. Like this talking thing, that just sounds juvenile.
Nah, because y'all get upset too when somebody thinks that like they owe you, they owed some time, and you're like, no, nigga, you ain't my boyfriend. We just talking. So I've seen this both ways. So don't get bent out of shape. It's important. There are levels for a reason.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so he's telling me like he's dating this girl. Like it gets serious. He's going to her mama's house and she lives.
Oh shit, this is serious. You said 4 months?
I said for a few months.
Oh, okay.
So at least 3.
Okay.
He's dating for a few months, meets the mama, they hanging out all the time and shit. And one day she like catches.
He smashed the mom.
And then what happened?
Oh, it's not okay. I'm sorry. I'm guessing.
How do we get there?
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
I guess I don't know what strike this conversation up, but she was like in her feelings about something, and he's like, well, he didn't know at the time. He's like, what's going on? She's just like, I just need to know where we're at. Like, are you gonna be my boyfriend? Like, are we in a relationship? And he's like, well, where's this coming from? Like, it's coming out of nowhere. She's like, well,
y'all always do this. Y'all do this.
If I need to break up with my boyfriend to be with you or not.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
She was having issues with the boyfriend and was like, listen, I'm either going to stay with, I'm either go with you or
That's how it always happens though, because it's like if you start having trouble over here, then you want more clarity about what's going on over here, so you know how to what to do with over here.
She probably was like, no, what? If he's gonna make me his girlfriend, then I'll be with him. But if not, I'll stay with this other nigga.
Only a lady could pull something like this off. Dudes can like, you can never go to a lady and be like, okay, look, boo. All right, so I want to break up with my girl, but like, if you're gonna be down to be my girl, then I'll take care of this immediately. I'll dead the bitch. Ain't no problem. That is not gonna happen. Only a dude would sit here and let some shit like this occur. A lady could pull this off. Ladies pull this shit off all the time. Y'all are crafty. It's impressive.
That was a good one.
That was one of my messier, funny stories that I got.
Well, what happened? What was the aftermath? Did he keep hitting it? What happened after?
No, he let her go, man. His feelings was
hurt. So you tell me he didn't hit it again at all?
I ain't get that deep. I ain't asked.
So he did hit it again.
He's a nigga, so probably. You know what I'm saying? He probably hit it again for the road. Probably during that conversation.
It's that ego. What's that ego hurt?
I'm gonna need that follow up. Make sure you get that follow up. Make sure to see if you hit it.
He's in a full blown relationship. Has been for some years now. He's
right, but I still want the follow up to that story. Just get that follow up. Don't mind.
I need to ask. We need some clarifying questions.
Like, did she come back around again when things really did end with the boyfriend and try to get him back?
They always come back.
Facts.
Leslie, what you got?
Exactly. I heard you got some tame shit, so we got some tame ones. This is the point in the show where if you have younger viewers, they can listen.
I'm gonna actually go with a more juicier one though, because I feel like this one was pretty good. Okay. So I had a friend who this was a few years ago, so we'll say he was like in his late 20s, and we'll say the city was Miami. I don't know, just throwing something out there. So he said that he went on a Tinder date. He said
specifically Tinder. He just it's not just some other. Okay, like I didn't want him to be like it said Tinder, but he was really on POF.
Yeah, no, it was really Tinder. I changed the city, but this is really true.
Okay,
and
all right.
The age range was true. Okay, so he said everything was going fine on the date until she started to talk about her ex, which
they always do.
Exactly, right? So he said as soon as she was talking about him, he was actually at the same spot they were at.
No.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like, why was he there? What was he doing there?
I don't know, but
she called him.
I don't know what the setup was. I don't know if she did this on purpose, which I mean, after reading the rest of the story, it wouldn't shock me if she did. But it says he said that the ex came up to the table asking like, yo, who is this? Who is this guy? Yada, 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 like charging her up about it. And
I thought she was trying to set up something freaky. Like I was like, oh, this is a scheme. Oh, this girl's scared.
That was the whole story.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. You know, I've been jumping conclusions.
Should be interjected. So he said that he started arguing with the guy because the guy was like, who are you? So he started going back and forth with the guy, got a little heated. And at that point he was like, you know what? I don't got time for this. So he asked to wait for the check and he ended up dipping. The girl did, apologize and stuff like that. So I asked, I was like, well, did y'all go out again? He was like, no, I was done with her after that. I said, well, did she leave her ex that night? Do you know? He's like, yeah, she left with him. So clearly they weren't done. They still had some unresolved stuff going on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if she called him or I don't know if she went to a popular place to where like her and her ex used to go all the time. So she knew she would probably run into him. I don't know what that setup was, but I was like, dang, bro, that's crazy.
She wanted to make him jealous. So she told him, it was probably like, yeah, that's my spot with him and shit. Because why would he pop up? Come on now. And then she knows that he's the kind of nigga that approached the table.
Yep.
That was super crazy. Like, why would you put that? Because like, now what if they got into a fight at the table? Because the thing is that the fact that he popped up, if somebody's gonna pop up, they're gonna pop off. I just feel like that rule is
now we're threatened.
Like exactly. If you pop up, you'll pop off. It's just that simple. Because somebody sane is not doing that. He's not fucking somebody else. Like you're not about to just go over here and be like, girl, what you doing? Who this nigga?
Right. Write that down. If you pop up, you'll pop off.
Put that on a fucking t-shirt. That shit is true.
I'll add that to the merchandise list. I got that. But yeah, I was like, dang, that's crazy. So like you said, it could have ended up way worse. So gladly he walked away and got out that situation.
Yeah, what the hell? I would have got up immediately. I'm not even paying for my shit or that person's shit.
Okay. I would have said 2 words to him. I would have just exit left and she could have paid for that. Or he could have, the ex.
Like, did he pull up a chair and be like, so let's talk this out? Like, what do you mean? Like, what did you?
No talking. Ain't no need to talk. I ain't got 2 words.
Like, did he say, I'll be in the lobby, I'll be at the bar, I'll be waiting for y'all to get done? Like, what occurred? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, craziness, ridiculousness. Tristan, what you got for us?
Okay, so I have pretty good one. I like this one. So I call this one the double booking that never was. So this one takes place actually in Toronto. And these people are in their late 20s. No, one is 30. One's 30. Yeah. And well, no, because one dude. Yeah, everybody's in their late 20s, early 30s for the story. So anyway, so this, you need a little context with the story. So the person it's a lady, right? She's talking to this other guy, right? So this other guy, he's fucked up many times, right? So like she's kind of done with him, but she kind of keeps him around, for like some side action when she's ready, to kind of jump up on it, right? Now, mind you, she's not like entangled with, well, I guess she is entangled, but she's not officially dating either of these two people, right? So at this point, she's seeing somebody else, right? But this person, let's just say his performance in the bedroom field of play has been trash. So, but it's one of those I like your personality type deals, so we can kick it, But like, let's do anything but like try and fuck. So it's that type of deal, right? So now they've been out a couple times, right? And she's avoided, avoided doing the no pants dance with this dude, right? So
no pants dance.
That's what it is, right? So they're hanging out, whatever, they're kicking it there at her place, right? So homeboy hits her up because like now he's trying to like work his way back again. They always come back, and he's like, "Yo, let me come by. Let me come put it down," right? So then she's like, "Oh, great, awesome. Might get some good stuff tonight, right?" But homeboy's still there, so she's like, "Okay, that's fine." So now she's like, well, I'm getting tired. I got to be up in the morning. So, she's doing everything she can to get him out. You know the lines. Oh, I got to be up in the morning. I'm tired. Tonight I just need the bed to myself. Like whatever line you got to do to get him going. So then but now, of course, he pulls up. He's like, yo, I'm downstairs. I need you to come get me. She's like, Word. Okay. So so now she's trying to stall as long as she can. She's like, I'm in the bathroom. I need to unwrap my hair, do all this good stuff, find my keys, read the Bible, all the good stuff she needs to do to wait. So she's trying to
walk my goldfish real quick. Give me a second.
Create that buffer time. I just got I got to dry my hair off. Take a minute. Right. So she created that buffer time, right? Because she just didn't need them to see each other. So then she took the long way around and then showed up, right? Because she had to go get him to let him in and everything, right? So then she lets him in, right? And then so now this is where it gets hairy. So the guy that was there before, right, is he works in the music industry, right? He's a producer. So he travels a lot for work, and so he's about to be gone out of town, and he had been talking about it. He said, I'm gonna be in Georgia for 2 weeks. So that's why he was really trying to press her that night, to really and to stay, because he's like, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. So she's like, yeah, no, not tonight, whatever, right? So homeboy comes over, right? Now this is the good part. So homeboy is an artist, right? He's a singer.
Oh Lord, the artist and producer know each other.
Wait, here we go. So, and he's like, yeah, man, my manager is trying to get me on this track, and they're gonna have me down in Georgia, right? So she's like, oh, Georgia's a big place. They couldn't be. Right. Apparently, they were both and I think, I don't want to say the city, but apparently they were both going to the same city.
Atlanta, I imagine.
Come to find out, he is the producer that the manager was trying to set him up with.
Of course.
He is the producer that the manager was trying to set him up with. Like the production group, because I think he's part of the production team. And so he is the producer. And then she was just like, so wait a minute. So, and then she was really trying to make sure that it wasn't the thing. She was like, so wait a minute. So you saying you're going to be in Georgia, right? Not next to in the Eastern Bloc, not that Georgia. You're not going abroad. No, you're going to be in, the States, right? So, and then you're sure that, and so you're going to be there 2 weeks too? Okay, right. So then she ended up telling him, because she didn't want him to be surprised, because they had a conversation about this ahead of time, right? Okay. And then needless to say, they didn't hit it that night. And it was it was a bit messy. So we'll have to get the second part of that story once after the two dudes get together, because the second dude.
This is happening now. This is
time.
No, it's not. Anyway,
that is hilarious. I was just about to ask you, so did she end up with either one of them? But this is happening right now, so we don't know how this ends. Oh.
Incipient. So
this is good.
But we will get it
and give us a video, live video.
We will get the conclusion of this story once and hopefully maybe we'll hear the music they make. That'll be nice.
Oh my God. It's gonna be about her. This is gonna be a fire song that goes number one.
Oh man, it might be called Entangled Again. You never know. Okay. So that could be.
Oh my gosh, that is.
Oh hilarious. Man, but that was great. I was like, yo, only fate would do this to you. Only you, man. Only you. Oh man, you gotta love it.
It's hilarious.
Great,
right. Man. My next story is about just a date gone wrong. Right? It was just so many small events that made one date that should have been perfect go terribly wrong.
Is this a date you had or a friend?
No, it wasn't me. So one of my friends, he was in New York. He's not from there, but he was in town or whatever. He was taking a girl out on a date to the Knicks game, right? He gets some nice tickets. Tell her, hey, let's meet up at whatever that arena is called that the Knicks play at.
Madison Square Garden.
So, yes, that one.
Okay, all right.
So they meet up at Madison Square Garden. Strike one. The girl is an hour and some change late.
We just weren't having a date anymore at that point. It was done.
I would have been 30 minutes, and he waited. Damn, I was like, damn. You must have really liked her, because I'm talking about 30 minutes late, and I would have been like, I guess I'm going to the game by myself.
So was she fine? She had to be bad. If you're going to wait an hour and a half.
Well, he was standing outside the whole time waiting for her, he didn't even go in the game?
Nah, I guess he was just outside.
Oh, hell no. I was going to see the game.
Maybe he went to a bar or something in the neighborhood or something.
There's a bar in the stadium. Why would he go?
He could have left her ticket at will call and be like, hey, your ticket at will call.
I just know he tells me that she's hella late to the game. They get there. She's super rude to everybody in line. So there's a long line. And she's like, nah, we're actually just going to cut.
How was there still a line if she's late to the game after an hour?
I don't know. Or maybe they were supposed to meet, but for the date, she was an hour and a half. So maybe for the story, let's say they were supposed to go to the bar or something.
Oh, so maybe they met ahead. That's why. Okay, so then because it is a very long line to get into the game. Yes.
Yes, because he said by the time they got into the line, it was like the line's really long. She's like, fuck it. She tried to skip everybody in line. He's like, bro, we're about to get into a fucking fight. Like, so immediately.
But how you gonna skip, bitch? How you gonna skip them? I got the tickets. How you gonna skip?
And she's like, come on, let's go. She skipped all these fucking people.
She must have been fine. She must have been fine.
No, she had to have been fine because I would have
had to be.
I'm not doing that shit, bro. You about to get us.
Had a tongue ring, 2 of them.
Like out of his league finds where he's like, you know what? I'll
suck it up. I'm gonna suck it up.
I just got to do it.
So then, all right, now he's already like kind of annoyed. She ate hella late. They get in there. Now she's like, I need a drink because I had a long day. Like, can you buy me a drink? So that's the voice he made when he said it. So I guess she was getting a little fast. He goes and gets 2 drinks from wherever the fuck they were getting their drinks from. 2 drinks for $60. So yeah.
Were you at Love nightclub in DC? Like, where the fuck were you?
Fuck he was at, but he said 2 drinks for $60 fucking. So he was like,
what was in the drink? Was there cocaine? Was there cocaine in the drink? Had to be cocaine in there. It was.
Then they go to their section. He's like, bro, she was just like rude and like just doing a lot the whole time. They go to their section, they sit down. She FaceTimes her dad at the game and like is showing him the game.
Well, that makes sense. That's her pops. I get that. That's cool.
A long time, bro.
Oh,
you
shit.
can sit there for 30 seconds. Like, Dad, look, I'm at the game. Blah blah. No, she spends a hell of a long time on FaceTime with her dad.
Oh my goodness.
Like, what the fuck?
Is he not a good-looking gentleman? Is that what this is?
I'm not. He alright.
So no, okay, all right. That's a no. That's a no.
It was a high-pitched eye that gave it.
He's my friend. Like, I don't think of him like that, but
you have to think of him like that to be like, no, he's handsome. Or he's.
This sounds to me like this gentleman is a 6.
No, he's cute. Okay, let's just go. He's cute.
Okay, so, 7.4.
Shout out to you, friend, if you're listening. So she's on FaceTime, whatever. That was whatever. The game ends. They go out to dinner.
You still took her to dinner after this? I'm taking her home.
To dinner. Don't know how. He said they go out to eat, and while they're like waiting for the train or whatever the fuck they're doing to go to the restaurant, she's like, "Hey, do you believe in God?" And he's like, I believe there's a higher power, but I don't really particularly believe it's God. She is like, "What? You must not know the Lord. You do not know the Lord." Starts preaching to him and stuff, right? On this thing, like. Tristan's face, like, whoa. I feel like it was a very strong.
He waged a holy war.
Bro, so he said she's like yelling. So it gets weird. Then, so they were going to East Village. I guess y'all New Yorkers know this part. No idea what the relevance of this is. But he's like, yeah, they're heading out to East Village. And she's like, yeah, I just love going. There's a lot of them over there. And he's like, who? Like,
oh no.
So did she mean homosexuals? Is that what she was gonna say?
She's like the gays.
Oh my god.
In a whisper. So he's like, nigga, did you just whisper the gays? And she's like, yeah, I love everybody. I don't have any problem with people being gay, but I just feel like.
Oh my gosh, she had to be fine. I need a picture of her. She had to be fine.
She had to be fine.
Had to be.
He says, he brings the conversation up again. Like, well, I just feel like boys need a dad in their life. And,
Does she have a kid?
Nah, I don't think so. He didn't say.
But she's still talking about gay folks. I got you.
Yeah. She's just like, yeah, I don't believe in all of that. But I still love everybody and treat them all the same. You sound like a damn Karen, whatever. But at the end of all of this, she says to him, like, oh, can you give me a ride or Uber, whatever, from the Lower East Side to the Bronx?
Hell no.
I'm not sure the relevance of how far that
is. Let me tell you how far away that is. If you're talking about the Lower East Side, you're talking about like below like 23rd, right? And you're talking about going all the way up past 180 something, all the way into the Bronx, which is going to be because she didn't live like in the fringe part of the Bronx. She probably lived nice and up it. So you're talking about on the train, like possibly like more than an hour long ride, probably more like 90-minute ride. So like in an Uber, you're talking about like a $70 to $100 Uber. That's what that is.
My man finally put his foot down and said, hell to the no. He didn't get that Uber.
It would probably cost more than $70, $80 because I've taken Lyft before from the Woodlands into Houston, which is like 45 minutes, and that alone was like 60. So it was probably way more than that.
Yeah, it could have been closer to 150 for that. Sure. I could see that. Crazy. Yeah, especially depending on time you called it.
Did he do it?
Nah, he put his foot down. He said, "Nah, that was the last straw, bitch. Nah, I'm not doing that."
That was a straw that broke the camel's back. There were so many red flags before.
And I was like, bro, every single step, this day just kept getting worse and worse.
Bless him. He's a patient man.
But yeah, needless to say, he never went out with her again.
Good.
Well, first I'm gonna say, shout out to you, big dog. That was tough. You made it through. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you. But we need to see a picture of her because she had to be that damn fine for you to give that much cold. Like she had a long fuse. Because I'm gonna be real with you. After you was an hour late, I was already done. We're already done. Like, I'll catch you next time. Clearly you're busy, not a big deal.
There's no way I would have still went out with you.
Right.
But now if she could have made it to the game one time.
If it was something very important, like you were
right, people be late. I'm not mad at you for that.
You know what I'm saying? But if you just late because you was doing some shit and doing your makeup or some shit, bitch, hell no.
Well, no, because the thing is that I don't mind you being late. You can be late. It just means that this time wasn't meant for us to hang out. We can probably hang out again. It's just that this time it wasn't your time. You know?
Mm-hmm. The universe is letting us know.
Exactly. Nah, man, that shit is crazy. That's not it. I had
a story to top that, like a terrible story.
I don't know if I can top that. That was a mess.
That was a mess. I have another funny story that.
Go ahead. Let's hear that one.
So this one actually takes place on the West Coast. Takes place in the city of San Francisco.
Is that really the city?
That actually is the city. They actually takes place in San Francisco. Yeah, but anyway, so this is it's a similar type of story, but this one is just funnier because the person that told the first story actually helps out with this story. So,
Lord,
but it's not about them. It's not about them. It's actually about their friend. So, they go to law school up there. No, not law school. Jesus, I'm crazy. They're medical school up there. Let's get the right friend in together, right? So they live in a very close proximity to each other, like maybe like a door down. They live in the same apartment complex, right? So at the time, right, she was kind of on the outs with this one guy, right? But it's the guy she really wants, right? Her friend. Let's call her friend Jules, right? So Jules is on the outs with this guy, John, right? So John is the one Jules wants. She wants John, but John and her had kind of a falling out like the week before. It was a pretty nasty argument. So they weren't really fucking with each other. So like, but they weren't like official. So they were like in that dating kind of weird phase. So she calls herself, I'm gonna get up on somebody else, right? So now I think he went out of town for work or whatever, and then he came back into town, right? And he kind of wanted to surprise her and just be like, hey, babe, I'm here. Let's just talk. Let's get some dinner. Or, I brought a bottle of wine over. Yeah, I think that's what it was. He brought a bottle of wine over and he wanted to talk because she cooks. She's very good. And so he's like, cool. So all this, that's what's going on, right? Now, what he doesn't know is that in her apartment right now is some other dude that she has, that's her side little piece that she's been, kind of humping up on for, just such an occasion. So now she thought she was good. She didn't know about any of this, but she can't turn him away because she turns him away, he's going to know something's up because he's downstairs. She's going to see the guy walk past. Like, he's not stupid. He's going to put two and two together. It's not hard to figure out. So she calls the other friend and she's like, I need you to hide this guy I need you to hide this guy in your apartment. I need you to hide this guy in your apartment right now. What are you saying?
She don't even know him, right?
No, right. She doesn't know who this guy is at all. And she was like in the shower. So like she comes back to her phone and sees like 5-6 missed calls. So she's over here like thinking something's crazy. She thinks somebody's bleeding and dead. She's like, Oh my God, thank you for picking up. I need you to hide this man in your apartment. Don't ask questions. I don't have time, but John is here. I need you to hide him in your apartment right now. I was like, huh, what? What?
I love you, sis, but I'm gonna ask some questions.
Right. But there wasn't time. There wasn't time for questions. Because now, why are you stalling? What's up? Why haven't you come down to get me? Right. So like this is a tight movement. This all happened like within 10 minutes. So she's like getting out the shower. She had to put her hair up, put her robe on and everything and get together. And so then
I'm putting on full sweats if a man is coming in.
Right.
I don't know.
I think she ended up putting it on, but the thing is that she had to do this quickly. Like she had to get him in quick. So now I think homeboy dashes out and comes in, right? And then now the other guy like had a key or some shit, so he could easily come up. So I think he was parking his car or whatever. And that's why this had to happen so quick. So now he like comes up and they like narrowly miss each other. Like I mean by like 30 seconds or something crazy. But here's the problem. Oh no. I have it backwards. I have it all the way backwards. John had to go inside her place because she lied and said she wasn't home. That was the lie. That's right. I'm mixing it up. So let me run it back because I don't want to confuse the viewers. So what happened is that John did come back. All the other stuff I said was correct, right? But
John is the man, the boyfriend.
John is the one she wants to be the boyfriend, right? She had another guy over. That's correct, right?
Right.
The lie was this. Right, but we'll call him Marcus. Sure, why not? That could be his name. Who the fuck knows? Because I never got that person's name in the story. It was irrelevant. So anyway, but the lie was this though. The lie was that she wasn't home. That was the lie. And they had stopped sharing locations at that point because they were mad at each other. So she was able to pull this off. So she ended up sending him to the apartment to wait because she needed to clean the place up to let him up to do that. So then that was the lie. So then she ended up leaving, getting in her car to drive around. So then she could act like she was just pulling in. And then like she just got home. That was the move. So now this guy's in the apartment. Because the thing that he don't know what's going on. And so she's just like, yeah, I actually had to run out. And so she's like spun some together. I need to run out for a little bit. Would you mind waiting at my friend's apartment just for a minute? Like, yeah, I'll be back. And so then the ruse was, so then when she got back with the other boy,
wait, because the side guy didn't realize he was a side guy.
No, he didn't know. He didn't know.
Right.
He just if he did, he didn't care. Like whatever.
Right.
But she didn't want to ruin it for later. I get it.
Right.
You understand. You want to keep it around. So now this is the cold part about it. So she pulls up, so that she does all that, right? Guy goes over there. They're sitting there chatting. I think they're like playing video games or whatever, right? And so now the other guy has to leave. So now they have to concoct a story for that too. So then she's like, oh, it's going to take me longer at the appointment I had to go to. So yeah, I'll just have to catch you later. And so then she had to like walk him down and then make sure that like he didn't see or any of that. It was a very tight movement. I have to give them credit. Like this is a moment in hookup history that will forever be remembered. Bravo to you ladies, because they got it off without a hitch and nobody was the wiser. And only theirs too. And then later they had a little wind down of theirs and broke this story down, and they shared it with me and I shared it with you, with our viewers.
That's hilarious, man. Have y'all ever double booked?
I cannot confirm or deny the question that you just asked. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've definitely double booked before. Like I had a date and like brunch, and then I had a dinner date on the same day.
That's not double booking. No. Double booking.
It's like 2 books on one day.
Nah, double booking is when they show up in the same dress in the same place. Mo Better Blues. That is a double booking.
I didn't intentionally double book, but I ran into one when I was with the other. And
so they met. Oh, they met.
No, they did not, because I'm slick with it.
I'm slick as a can of oil, baby. I'm slick, baby.
So, I'll paint the picture. This was, back when I was still up there, and used to go out all the time. And I should have left Pure at my Howard days, but I was at Pure.
I mean, they had cheap drinks. People came by. They had cheap drinks.
So I was at Pure with the one that y'all know as Old Faithful or whatever. And okay. So we're dancing by the bar on the first one when you go down the stairs. We're at that first bar.
That one, right?
Yeah. And so we're really like We're literally like at the end of the bar because it's the end of the bar and then it has like the bathrooms or whatever.
Right.
So
Yeah.
just leaning because we just got some drinks, so we're just like leaning against the bar, just kind of talking something. And then we just start dancing or whatever. I literally look over to my left and standing like against the wall where the bathrooms are. So mind you, we're literally like 3 feet apart or whatever. Is one of my little friends or whatever. I was like,
my little friends.
Not my little friends.
My little friends.
But listen, this was when I started locking my hair and it was that winter or whatever. So, I was wearing the wigs. And so I had that long wig. So what I did was I just kept dancing. I just put the wig so the wig was like in front of my face. And he never saw me, never knew, like, so but I just kept dancing. Like, I was like, this wig was just in my face. I was like,
Oh man, that's great.
You stayed at Pure?
Huh?
Stay at Pure?
Yeah, why didn't you leave? Why didn't y'all just leave?
Because we was having a good time.
He said, fuck it, whatever. We here now.
Neither one of them knew.
Neither the twain shall meet.
Exactly. Right. I would have been like, I think we should go. I hate this bartender.
Yeah, man. I'd be like, man, fuck this spot. It ain't big enough in here. We go someplace else.
We eventually left and went to another spot. But for that
a hookah spot, I'm sure.
Made it work. I don't know.
I'm sure it was a hookah spot. If it was this time in your life, it was a hookah spot.
We used to always go to Bar 7. We used to always go to all the spots. That was a good little time. But yeah, you just remind me of that when you asked that question, because I hadn't even thought about that. But yeah, that was,
Because a double booking is rough. Because the thing is that most double bookings, you don't know they're going to occur. Like, it's really not double, but like if you plan a double booking, you're fucking crazy. Like, that's a whole other level. But like
living on the edge.
Like, exactly, you must, because that's wild. Like, you show up and the other motherfucker is already there, and you got somebody else coming, and you're like, oh, hello. How are you? I don't remember inviting you. It's good. Glad you're here. It's wonderful.
What's up, nigga?
Right.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah, but for real, I got a couple stories. I mean, that were just about people age fishing on like dating apps. I thought that shit was so crazy. Like,
I actually had one of those too, but I didn't know if we had time to talk about it.
No, it's not a full story. I just wanted to say that, like, I'm so like shocked that happened to so many people. Like, y'all are weirdos. Somebody said to one girl that he was 29 years old. She gets to the place. She like, this nigga look a little old. This nigga was 39. And she's like, well, why did you have 29 on your profile? He was like, oh, it wouldn't let me change it.
Was it his
profile 10 years ago? And
but wait, was it his picture and he just looked young? Like, he could be 29?
He probably had a young picture up there. Probably had a picture back when he was 29.
I think he had a younger picture because he looked different when he got there. He looked older. That's why she was like, nigga, you ain't 29. He was like, nah, I'm 49. Nigga, you 40?
49?
$40.
Actually, the same exact story happened to a friend of mine. This is actually in Los Angeles. And she met the dude on Tinder, but like, he looked young. And like, he actually looked like Odell Beckham. Like, the dude looks like Odell Beckham. I'll never forget. And so she's hanging out with him or whatever, right? And then like, she was like, yo, let me, they were talking about IDs. Cause like, I think she had an ID from a different state at the time, because she had just moved out there. And he was like, oh yeah, this is what it looks like. And then he like put it back in his pocket. He was like, yeah, actually, I don't have my ID. And at the time they were both drinking. She didn't even put it together. She didn't even think about it, right? Man. And then, I'm gonna fast forward through all of the other ridiculousness that happened. But come to find out, he was 40 and had like a wife and like a kid and like all kind of craziness. Like, and he had like several different fake profiles with like different variations of the name. And he was 29 on there. It was fucking crazy.
Wild. People are crazy. People are crazy.
Wild.
It could be a Lifetime movie waiting to happen.
Or an episode of Catfish.
Or an episode. Oh, I love Catfish.
I mean, like, he looked like his picture. He definitely looked like himself. It's just that he was about
had a whole family.
11 years older. Yeah, had a whole son. They had a couple kids and everything. Like, it was crazy.
Which one is worse, hat fishing or age fishing? You know what
hat, you said hat, yeah, with their ball.
And then they got like a little missing spot right there, or like the hairline is
the
like
widow's peak.
White skin till it hit right there. You be like, bro, you need to let it go.
I think they're both terrible because you're both being deceiving. But I mean, hat fishing maybe is even worse. Maybe, I don't know. They're both terrible.
I mean, hat fishing is hilarious, But like age fishing is the worst because like if I go out with some lady and I'm expecting her to be 32 and she over here like, ooh, it's about 9 o'clock, I'm getting tired. And now you 42, girl. No, absolutely not. Because honestly, with me, like if you were older, that would have been great. If you would tell me, well, I'm 46. Who are you? Tell me more.
Oh, good.
Like,
I would have liked that.
did you see Prince perform? You know, I got questions.
How did you see Prince perform?
Like when you saw the Fugees the first time, what did you think? You know, like I gotta ask these questions. But is that all our stories? Is that all of them, man, from our mailbag episode?
That was enough. That was a lot of mess.
More than enough right now.
That was a lot of mess.
You know, because don't get me wrong, everybody does some hoeing. Everybody does some hoeing from time to time. They do. You know, whether you did it for 30 seconds or you did it for 30 years, people have done some hoeing. And it's okay. It really is okay. We don't judge you. We just laugh at it and we move on. That's all there is to it, you know. But
I feel like we did this for the people because we know Valentine's Day is for the lovers, but this episode is for the others and all the crazy.
I like that too. I like that too.
All night.
I came with that yesterday. I did.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that we did this mailbag episode, and we'll definitely have to have another one. But yeah, man. But thanks again to all the people that gave us stories, and we'll keep them coming.
Yes,
right.
We appreciate y'all so much. Please,
Thank you.
Love it.
And you know what time it is? It is time to get outside, to stretch those legs and engage in frivolity. If you don't know that one, look it up. It's time for recess.
Time for recess. And first and foremost, we're going to start off with our music. I know y'all know Jazmine Sullivan put out some Mo Hotel.
She probably did so just because of the 13. Probably exactly why she did.
See, everybody was repping for the Heaux.
That was smart of her. That's great.
Right, it was a year of the Heaux. I didn't get a chance to finish the additional songs. So, she added, I think, like 5-6 additional songs. But I did listen to Issa Rae's Hotel. That cracked the hell up. I swear I thought that thing turned so fast. I thought she was really herself. Like Issa Rae is just fucking hilarious. But
she's so funny.
And I heard the song with Maxine, Auntie Maxine. That was good. But did you listen to everything?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that tragic song with the Maxine came out last year. Because she performed it on, was that the NAACP Awards? It was one of the Black Award shows. So that came out last year. But I love Issa. She's so effortlessly funny. And shout out to her. She is the first person to get a key to the city of Los Angeles.
They cut that. Saw that.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? Talk about like manifesting something. Like this is something you talked about in the show, and then you actually get it done in real life. That's
got it.
Like now I kind of want to know if she's gonna start the block for real,
I'm sure. Because, she already did like a whole little like festival with Insecure or whatever every time they release like the new season and stuff like that. So I'm sure she'll keep it going in some form or fashion. So shout out to Issa. But circling back to Jazmine, yes, I love everything Jazmine. BPW was probably my favorite of the new joints. So take a listen to BPW. But yeah, I'm actually low-key thinking about coming to up there for the Roots picnic just to see Jazmine, just because I couldn't get tickets for when she's going to be here in Houston. So I'll keep you posted on that.
The Roots picnic actually might for real happen because I saw the lineup today and I got excited and I was like, "Ooh, WizKid," but then I didn't see Tim's and I was like,
I'll pop out. But they have a whole like podcast, stage.
They do. I saw that.
Speaking of manifesting,
we need to do some research, some market research right there. So we'll talk offline. We'll see.
I feel like it might be a little late for us to get on now because they've already released that list. But I mean, if somebody falls off, we're gonna slide in there.
But us just going, networking, bumping elbows, we'll talk offline. But I think we should make that happen.
We'll make sure the merch is rolled out by then.
For sure. That could be a little birthday celebration, twin. We ain't did it right in quite some time because of pandemic. So
the vid has stopped a lot of shit. Goddamn vid.
Yeah, we might have to put this in the BPP group, rally up the troops for just a Philly weekend or something like that,
I'm here for that. I mean, I'm normally not here for Philly in general, but like I'm definitely here for that. I'm here for that.
The shade.
Yeah, if y'all would have power washed those buildings and some of those streets, I might come a little more often. That's all I'm saying.
I'm from Chester, Pennsylvania.
She will tell you every time. Get it right.
Not that that's any better, but I just want y'all to know. Anyway, y'all hear Auntie Mary J. Blige dropped "Good Morning Gorgeous."
I heard Auntie Mary. Heard her this Sunday.
Yeah, this is her time. She, wrapped up Power Book 2. They're filming the season 3. She just performed on the Super Bowl halftime, and now she got a new album out. Like, Mary getting these coins. I'm sure she got a tour coming.
More drama. That's what I feel every time I hear Mary's name now.
She was giving me like, after this performance, I'm about to go cut my hair all long.
I think my favorite song off of that one is Rent Money with Dave East, and it's so crazy because she was doing interviews. She got Dave East one. Yeah, and she was doing interviews, and she was basically saying she made that song because you know how Ken do her ex, how she had to pay him alimony. She's like, after paying him like $30,000 a month or whatever crazy number was, she was like, I didn't have no rent money. She had to go on tour and make some more money. He cleaned me out. So she made that song about that. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like,
I mean, what do they say? You're only successful as your last hit.
I mean, did you mean hit like in like? Well, anyway, yes.
Like, what you mean hit a crack? What are you talking about? Like her
last
hit?
Like hit as in like. Okay, never mind. Moving on, Sean. What's the next
album? What the?
Okay, but moving on. Speaking of people that didn't have a hit in some time, Sammy's album just came out.
Don't disrespect.
Yes. Talk your shit.
First Sammy dropped Satin Sheets, and Leslie, I know you were the only one dying to talk about it. So for you,
please. This is for viewers who don't know, she's a Sammy expert. Like, I have never seen somebody find Sammy performing in the depths of a club somewhere in DC, and she found him. She found him.
I was there. That was Valentine's Day, what, 4-5 years ago, something like that? Like 2017, I think, or 2018. Yeah.
Leslie asked me her Valentine, and I was like, I mean, why not?
And she had a grand old time. Loves watching Sammy. Yeah. Y'all know I love me some Sammy. He cannot wrong in my eyes. He's been putting out quality music consistently since like he really came back on the scene in like 2015. Like, he has literally put out EPs, albums, like I love them all. I love them so much that I'm actually getting ready, after we stop recording, to buy tickets to see him and Eric Bellinger in Dallas with my sister. So they got a little tour that they're doing. They have lots of cities, so y'all check it out.
I feel like you just said, like, is a tour called Mediocrity? Or?
Why are you going so hard on him? Like, what did he do to you? Do you want to be Sammy?
No, actually, the thing about it is that I fuck with Eric Bellinger, but I feel like I enjoy the stuff he writes for other people, not so much the music that he puts out.
I love Eric Bellinger's songs. His songs,
right? He has a couple okay ones, but like I've never heard
consistent EPs and albums as well. He's been consistent.
Right. And I'm not casting any aspersions on Eric Bellinger. Eric Bellinger, he's a cool dude. Honestly, I'd love to talk to him, but I would really ask him, like, bro, like you could have put a hit together now. I'm looking for a hit. I'm like, tell me one hit. Tell me a hit.
But honestly, it's not even that. Like, people who genuinely love their craft and love what they do, they're not chasing that hit, that fame, that whatever. They're literally just putting out music that they love, that they enjoy making, that they know their fans truly enjoy. They're not money hungry out here or fame hungry out here. They know the right people will hear it, and that loyalty and that support will always be there because it's the right audience. It's not always about being the number one pop star, being the number one rapper. Like, no.
I promise you right now, you tell Eric Bellinger tomorrow, bro, we're gonna put you at number one single for 10 weeks. He's gonna do whatever is necessary to make that happen.
Regardless, because like you said, he's a writer, and them writers be having long money because they create hits for other people. So at the end of the day, if he wants to do that, cool, and then he can go make the music he wants and whatever. But it's like, he's probably not out here just thirsting for a number one single and conforming to whatever record labels and stuff want him to do. Like, sometimes to get that
number one single, have a song with Snoop and Usher. That to me sounds like I'm trying to get a what?
Like, that's the one he had to do, you know.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's Sammy and Eric together. Is anybody else on this tour?
It's just them two. It's called the Vibes on Vibes tour. They got quite a few dates in there, so it's on both of their Instagram.
Awesome. We'll take a look and keep our eyes out for that.
Yeah, and one more thing I wanted to mention on music. I didn't put it on the outline, but did y'all hear that Nick Cannon dropped a song last night? Y'all didn't hear it?
No, I can't say that I did. I can't say that I heard it.
I didn't even know he'd be in the studio. He got time with all them damn kids.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's called Alone, and it samples one of Mariah's songs off of her first CD or whatever. And if you listen to the lyrics, it's sounding like he wants Mariah back, but he knows he needs to keep his distance because it's too late for all of that. I'm like, sir, you're like 7 kids to go, like, right, however many. It's like, it's too late for that. Mariah don't want your shenanigans around her. Like, she's a
shenanigan herself. I mean, I feel like at that point. So
no, Mariah is good. She got her little boyfriend. She got her kids. She is chilling, making her money. Like, she ain't got time for his shenanigans. And he knows that. He even says, like, because I'm toxic and this, that, and the third. Y'all just gotta go listen. Like, and then he tried to hit like a high note at the very end. I'm like,
he tried to sing.
Girl, he was singing the whole time. Y'all just gotta listen to it, and we'll talk.
You know, I applaud Nick for being able to like try these things and really give it a go and take shit seriously. Like, I'm not like, because the thing is that I really appreciate that. But like, bro, sometimes you just leave the shit alone. Like, you just leave some stuff alone.
I mean, once again, when you have, you know, money, you have your career, you've done this, that, and the third. If you want to just put something out there just because it feels good to you, somebody will receive it.
Where did he release this? Like on his website somewhere? Is that where we go here?
No, it released last night on I have Apple Music, so it's probably on Spotify or Tidal or whatever. It should be out everywhere.
That means he wanted people to hear it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but you know, like when you made it to a certain status, you don't really care what people say. So you just like, man, I'm gonna put it out there, and whoever rock with it, rock.
Look, I ain't mad at him. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah. So. And then he says he like shells out 10K every week. So I guess because of all the little baby mamas, he has to pay.
Yeah,
10K.
I imagine so.
Child, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that's all I got for music. I just want to throw that out there.
Did you just real quick though? Did you see the prank that Kevin Hart did on Nick Cannon? He sent him a vending machine full of condoms. He's like, well, now you have no excuse. They're free.
Which is smart because Sean and I have been talking about different vending machines and what to stock them with and stuff like that. So that's actually a very smart idea. You can put some lube in there. You can put other stuff like you have all kinds of, because we've seen like the natural hair.
Where are you putting this vending machine?
It just depends. You Planned Parenthood or something like that.
Places that's gonna give you free.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's buying it there?
Some people don't want to actually go in and stuff like that. They just want to run.
College campus seems to me the place to put that personally.
I mean, you could have apartment complexes. You can put them in
the gym. People getting free in gyms. I heard.
Good.
Okay. All right. What's next? What's on the docket next? What's next on what's next?
All right. Next up on TV. Did you guys watch the Superbowl Halftime Show? The most important part.
First, can we talk? Can we not just skip over the Super Bowl? Can we talk about the Super Bowl first? Like,
I mean, the Rams won. What else is there to say?
What the fuck? Wait a minute. That was a great game. That was played.
I'll tell you what happened. There were two teams.
Really? This is what we doing?
Los Angeles and then the Cincinnati Bengals. And then the score was like
23-20.
Oh, yeah.
Was the final.
No, in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In the beginning, it was like what, 10-3 or something, or 14-3 or something like that.
And then the score started to increase.
Odell scored the first touchdown. I saw that. Odell got that.
He hurt his knee. And he's crying. He had a little cute little purple pink hair. He looked good. And then the halftime show came on.
And that's
then
it.
The game was over.
Boom. Great synopsis. Yes, Sean, you did that.
I watched that whole thing.
I've given up. I've just given up. That's fine. Whatever. Let's talk about the halftime show. It was phenomenal. It was great. I wasn't super crazy. I wasn't super thrilled with the set because I just felt like the way it was. Because okay, this is my thinking. Like as I'm thinking, like as a fan, like if I were on the other side of the set, I'd be pissed because I would have been able to see anything. Like I wouldn't know what 50 Cent was doing. I'd be like, why's everybody yelling for?
He was about to have an asthma attack. That's what he was doing. He was stuck out of breath.
Someone said, why 50 Cent looking like $1.23? I was like, y'all stupid. But I think that they should have had both sides open, like you were just saying, Tristan, because I did see a TikTok where this girl was like, I was so excited to hear 50 songs come on, but then I couldn't see them. And like she showed her view, which was literally like the back of the box and was just white. So I was like, they could have made it where it was like transparent. Yeah. But the set overall was a pretty
sure.
Different rooms and Dre's little like
he's like, because it made sense because then like everybody did a song that he produced like, you know, because he did Family Affair, that was his, and then he did the Beef in the Club as well.
Yeah. It was phenomenal. I was intrigued the whole time, having a good time. Like Mary did her thing. She looked amazing. All of them look good. I seen this other meme where it's like the producers were saying like, okay, so Mary's gonna be in, white, and the set's gonna be white. So then all the guys wear black, and then Snoop's like blue. There's like, no, but I think it would be a great contrast if all the guys wear black. He's like, no, blue. I'm like, y'all is so funny. But Snoop look good in his little like bandana type of sweatsuit.
I mean, Snoop gonna ride for the cause no matter what.
Oh, he gonna let you know he a crib.
I was super underwhelmed. Like, I feel like I'd be expecting a lot more for Super Bowl performances. Like, I be wanting to be a little more exciting. I will say I did love Mary. I love me some Auntie. She looked amazing, but why the fuck did she sing that sad ass song?
I know, I thought the same. I was like, ooh, Mary.
I was like, what? You could have did just fine.
Well, because like Be Without You is like her biggest hit, but that was not appropriate. That was not appropriate.
That wouldn't Be Without You. That was No More Drama, wasn't it?
No, her biggest hit is Be Without You.
Be Without You.
For sure it is. It was number one for forever. It's Be Without You.
Not that's he's saying that's her biggest hit, not that's what she performed.
Sorry. I thought I'm like, no, because that's
no. Because that's not appropriate. You can't do that. So, and plus, No More Drama is from that's like that same time period. So like it made sense because
she just could have did something a little happy. This is not like damn.
But like it's not her show. It's Dre's show. It's like she got her little piece. She got a little piece in there. Like, what's she gonna do? Touch It remix? Bust it. Like,
Blige, I'm about to handle my bid.
Okay. Now I feel you on what you're saying because I did want a little more, but it ramped up. Like once Kendrick came out, they brought some dancers out. You know what I'm saying? Like it ramped up. Like it was in stages. And then 50 came out. That was crazy. He hung upside down. I don't know how he didn't like pass out or something because I was definitely worried about him. But
the thing is, no one knew 50 was a part of it. So
that was great. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But
did you get the?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you with Kendrick's dancers. At first, I was like, why would they bleach their hair? I don't like, and it's supposed to be like Black History Month, but it was a Meteor Man reference. Yeah, I didn't get it initially. I was like, oh, okay.
They're the Golden Lords. Yeah.
Now,
okay, I got to ask this question because this is a millennial podcast. Was that a show for millennials or Gen Xers? Because that was all the rage online. They kept arguing about this. And I was like,
why can't it be for both? I feel like it was for both of us.
I just felt like it was for Gen X. If Gen X wants to claim it, that's fine. Y'all don't get much else. So claim it.
I feel like we both like grew up and appreciated that. Like, of course, like they were enjoying it when they were like in like high school and college. We may have been like a little younger, like middle school.
Yeah, but like some of us weren't even thought of when like None But the G Thing came out and Deep Cover came out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we were here. I mean,
Deep Cover came out in 1990, so there were definitely some of us millennials that were not even thought of.
Fair. So okay, but I still think it's a mixture. It's for both of us. I don't think it has belonged to either or. We both appreciate it. We just know it wasn't for Gen Z or whatever, and the baby boomers. It was for us. It was for the middle class.
It was really funny because like they showed a bunch of videos of Gen Zers watching the show. They were like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on?"
They didn't know what was going on.
Like, why is everybody hyped?
I saw a video in
white people didn't know them because they know that shit.
No. I don't think it was an issue of white or black on this one because everybody knows all those songs. Like those songs are low key a part of the American songbook. It's just that like young folks, like people under the age of like maybe 17 have no idea of what the hell they saw. They were like,
they were just sitting there like,
what's going on? Who's that guy behind the turntable? What is he doing with the knobs? They don't know who it is.
Y'all see that post that said the Eminem song is like the white people version of Dreams and Nightmares?
Facts.
I mean, other way around, but yes.
Whatever.
Because Dreams and Nightmares. Yeah.
That's funny. That's pretty good. No, because everybody.
What would you give the halftime show? 1 to 10.
A 1 out of 10? I would give it a 9.4.
Damn. Okay.
Honestly, I would give it a 10. Like I didn't see. I was thoroughly entertained. It had a good mixture of people, so it wasn't just like one.
I didn't like the blocking. I can't round up.
That's fair. Shout out to the dancers because they were killing.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
All of them. They killed it. I would give it a 10. Honestly, I didn't want to. Like you said, Sean, you felt like some of your expectations were met. I said low expectations. I started doing that years ago when it came to Super Bowl performances. I stopped expecting anything, and so I just went into it like a clear head. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was pleased.
Oh, it was a good time.
Before I give y'all my score, did y'all see Eminem kneeling? When I was watching that shit, I thought he was out of breath. I didn't know.
I didn't know it was a statement. I didn't know it was either.
I was like, what he doing? I was like, damn, he must be tired. Because I would have been tired. He's older. I just thought he was tired.
And they were trying.
That was a long time, I guess. When I rewatched it, I'm like, damn, I guess.
Yeah, when you look back at it, you're like, oh, I see him. Like, I didn't even check it. Like, I was just over here grooving to the show. I was like, yeah.
Folks were trying to say that I guess the commissioners and stuff were mad that he did that, but then they came out and dispelled that, like, no, like the producer of the halftime show, he's like, no, he did that all week during rehearsals. We knew it was gonna happen. It wasn't a problem. So I don't know. People were trying to cause dissension, like, oh, you wasn't supposed to do it, and they're mad.
Still Black History Month. You gonna cause dissension now? He's like, you ain't about to do that today.
Shut up. Shut up for 2 more weeks.
Okay.
Nah, but I think I would give it like a 7.5. Like
that rounds up to 8. That's respectable.
Which goes to 9 and then a 10. So it's a 10.
Damn, I wish you was my teacher, Leslie. Damn.
That curve is something serious. That curve is something serious. She said, I'm gonna add the points globally. Curve.
Damn. Okay. But so
is that everything? What do we have? Something?
No, we gotta discuss.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm trying to hold on. Let me get the title right because it's so fucking. The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window.
Well, it's a spoof. It's a spoof.
So I didn't know that when I was watching. I'm like, why the fuck is this so ridiculous? I never seen the girl in the window or none of those other movies.
I've never seen it either.
I had no idea what was going on. Everything about that shit was ridiculous.
Wait, Tristan, do you care if we spoil it for you? Did you plan on watching it?
I've seen part of it. It's a spoof. I mean, it's just funny, you know.
Okay, go ahead.
It was fucking ridiculous. First, I wanted to turn that shit off when they said that fucking Michael Ealy then took his 8-year-old daughter. First and foremost, let me say, don't ever trust Michael Ealy ass around no kids.
Right, but color girls.
Window. Remember he threw them kids out that window?
But color girls.
That's you can't trust that nigga around no kids. Then he brings his daughter to like a psych ward with some man who killed like 30 people.
His whole family.
And ate them alive or some shit. Like, what?
That's not the type of work.
Daughter in the room and she gets murdered by this man and he eats her.
So
what
dumb.
The fuck is this? I was like, am I tripping? Like, did I
was over it.
I don't know what was going on. And every episode just kept getting more bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the point. It was supposed to be that way.
My sister and brother-in-law watched it like the weekend it came out. And so she actually like, oh, have you watched it? I was like, no, I saw it, but I wasn't really interested. She's like, girl, you got to watch it. I was like, why? Like, what's so great about it? She was like, just watch it. And she was like, the main character is going to be a casserole dish and the supporting actor is going to be like the wine. She was like, she stayed with the casserole dish and she stayed drinking that wine or whatever. But the thing that pissed me off too with the whole Michael Ealy and the kid thing, but I feel like why every time she was like going across the street in the rain, she would end up sleeping in the street. Like, why are you laying down in the street every time you try to cross the street? I don't understand what's happening.
She went paralyzed in that fucking street. But then I'm thinking, okay, the daughter must have died in a car accident while it was raining, because that would make sense. No, she was just eaten alive by some sociopath. What?
Can we talk about
much more sense now that you're?
I mean, people be hungry sometimes. It be that way.
But speaking of Michael Ealy,
can you eat people raw, or what? Aren't you supposed to cook people? Can you just be?
Look, I can't speak on all of that, but
if you did, you should probably cook them.
I'd assume you would cook them. Yes, I don't think it would be raw.
Well, speaking of Michael Ealy and his bad decisions, why would he hire old buddy to be their maintenance man if he was his very first patient who killed his family? When did he kill his family too or something like that? It's like,
their family.
You're not making, and she's like, why wouldn't you tell me? Because I knew you wouldn't let me hire him. Well, duh, like he's not a good person to be around your family. Like, what is wrong with you?
They needed help. He was available. I get it. It happens.
No.
Personnel, the price was right.
He's a psycho.
Childcare is expensive, man.
That this big ass 6'3", 350-pound nigga was sneakily living in your attic. How his big ass even get up there without making hella noise? I could see this is the basement, the attic. Come on, bro.
Oh my god!
Like he was way too big to be up in somebody's attic.
But can we talk about that fight scene? Why was a little girl whooping her behind? She was tearing her up. I said, "What is this?"
I got my ass beat by T.
I never would have thought it was that little girl. I'm just like, how Sway? This little girl is a menace over here killing everybody. She killed her own mama. She killed the girlfriend. She killed the teacher. Like, she's worse than orphan. Like, what is wrong with this girl?
She looked a little crazy.
She did.
And then she looked a little like, I was like, damn, that little girl played a role right there.
Yeah, she was winning for a good amount of time though. I ain't gonna hold you.
So do you need to have seen all the things that they're spoofing off of to make this funnier?
No, because I
haven't seen any of them.
Okay, fair enough. Because you know, like with Scary Movie 3, remember, like it was the way the spoof was, like it wasn't as funny if you hadn't seen the movies.
Right. No, this is just ridiculous on its own. It's a standalone. Like, what? I literally watched that. Like, I want my time back because this was just utterly ridiculous. Like, oh my god, so stupid.
So time you'll never get back. You'll never get it back.
Never get it back. I ain't even that mad that I lost that time. It was kind of funny.
Luckily, I was doing work.
Funny.
Yeah, I was working while I was watching, so I was like, okay, at least I was being productive, so I don't feel like all my time was wasted. But like, this is stupid.
I feel it.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for y'all for recess for today.
That was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, finally sounded off. Well, if that's everything, guys, I mean, I think that brings us to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I want to give a quick thank you to those who sent in stories. Thank you again. We appreciate you sharing your mess with us and letting us share it with the world. We've changed names, dates, and locations to protect the innocent. Just so you know, that's, you know, we can't give out too much, but if y'all want to talk about it offline, maybe.
Put everybody's business out there. I use real names, so be on the lookout.
Wow, goddamn. Okay, well, that's what it is. What it is.
Say, I'm glad y'all have overcome those situations. Y'all are thriving.
Oh yeah. All those folks are thriving now. Let's just, give updates. Everybody's in a good place. Everybody's in a good place, or at least in a better place than they were at that moment.
That's all we ask.
But again, guys, check us out on TikTok. Check us out on Instagram. Please check us out on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, YouTube. We out here. Again, if you can't find us, that just means you ain't looking. That's just all that is. And then you're hurting yourself because you're not watching. That's all, or listening.
Exactly.
That's just all there is to it. But until
all the links are in our bios in the link tree. Like
that's right. Please click that link tree. Yeah, website will be up soon enough, and we may have some merch around the corner.
We will have some merch.
Exactly. Big changes coming up this year, guys. That's right. You know what it is. That's right. It's 11 o'clock. That's right. Quiet storm. Okay, it's fine. All right, it's fine. We'll come back to it later. I'll work on it. Either way, guys. Until the next time, I've been Tris.
It's your girl Les.
It's Sean the Don.
And even though the party may change, the vibe remains the same. We out, y'all.
Bye.